Marty Wenceslau, and I am a participant, a mentor, and a small group table leader for the Kingdom Story Leadership Institute. So one of my biggest passions, and I would say my mission in life, is to invite people into my life, and as we go through life together, disciple them. And one of the best things that has happened in this Kingdom Story Leadership Institute is meeting Chelsea. And so what Chelsea and I do is we get together one day a week, and we just spend a couple hours together, and I feed her lots of different weird Filipino food.
I love it.
And we get to talk. And not only do we go through the previous lesson and just kind of exchange ideas about what God has taught us with the previous lesson, but go through the next lesson as well. I think the greatest part of this interaction between us is seeing God work in her life. As she's allowed me to see what God is teaching her, what God is doing in her heart and in her marriage. And it's just awesome to see how God really teaches us differently, and he meets us where we are, and how God is using this kingdom story to affect our lives differently, but both powerfully.
I was the only one in my church to decide to do the kingdom story, and it was a little scary because there's, all these other people, and I didn't know anybody, and a good chunk of them was from one church, and a little bit was from another church, and I was like, man, I don't know anybody, but it was really cool because there were a couple other people they were the only ones as well, so we were kind of able to bond in that way. And then so Sari and I decided one night, we're like, let's just meet up. Let's just do something we could study. It really was kind of more of a study type of thing, but as we got, even that first meeting at Starbucks, we were just talking about like, what's one goal you have for the next couple weeks, and we were just talking about that, and we like unpacked it, like our story, and just really encouraging. Love talking. We could talk for hours about the lesson. She's incredibly insightful. Just a fountain of knowledge, and so it's really cool. I feel comfortable enough to ask questions that I might feel are silly or that I should already know. And she's just so gentle, and we look up answers together, and we really like to dig in and unpack each scripture that we have to do for each lesson. And so I feel like I've gotten so much more by being able to meet with her than I probably would have on my own, even with all the extra digging that you have to do for the lesson itself. Got so much more out of the time that we were spending together.